Hey guys, ModdedMCGuy here. Today we have a mod showcase about a mod called Project Red. So let's start with the basic materials you will need: wiring and logic. So here's how we create basic wires. You need red iron compound, which is made by 8 redstones surrounding an iron ingot, which you smelt to get red alloy ingot, and then either 3 red alloy ingots combined to create a red alloy wire, or 3 red alloy ingots and surrounded by wool, any color. Basically, one color doesn't connect to another, so yeah, that's the point of insulation of these wires. So for example, red alloy ingots surrounded by white wool give you white insulated wire, which you can recolor to any color you want after it's crafted. And those you can, by adding oak wood strips, you can make framed red alloy wire or framed white insulated wire, which basically the only difference between those two is that framed wires can stand in the air, no blocks having supporting them, whereas red alloy wires, non-framed wires, need to have a block that is supporting them. Then we have electrotein. So to create electrotein iron compound, you need electrotein, which you get by mining electrotein ore, and surround iron ingots surrounded by electrotein, which you can smelt to get electrotein alloy ingot, and by combining 3 electrotein alloy ingots, 4 blue wool blocks in the corners, and 2 yellow wool blocks on the sides, you get 12 low-load power lines, which you can then make into framed low-load power lines, which is basically the same as the framed red alloy wires or whatever. So this would be basically all the wiring there is. Like there are, oh sorry, I nearly forgot. There are also bonded cables, which can be made of these. Basically you need strings and any insulated wire. You can have all white insulated wires. That makes a bonded cable, which you can color to get different 16 different colors of bonded cable. Basically non-colored bonded cable connects with any bonded cable, but gray does connect only with gray bonded cables, etc. The same goes for red alloy wire, connects to all insulated wires, but insulated wires doesn't connect between colors. Now let me show you what the bonded wires do. So I'm going to take inputs from 3 wires, 3 different colors. Now bonded cables are basically a way of leading multiple signals through multiple colored cables through one cable. If I get Project Red illumination and get wired orange and magenta lamp, I can connect them up to the wires respectively. And now if I turn on magenta lamp, magenta turns on. If I turn on the orange lamp, the orange turns on, and if I turn on white, white turns on. And any combination just works, basically. So that's the purpose of bonded cable. Sorry. Now let's move on to logic gates. So there are simple logic gates, just OR gate, NOR gate, NOT gate. I could name all of those logic gates. Basically, what they do is what they're saying. OR gate is if at least one of the inputs is on, the output is also on. Now, NOR gate, basically it's an OR gate knotted, which means that if any input is on, the output is off. If no input is on, then the output is on. Then we have a NOT gate, which basically is just inversion. Inversion takes one input, this time has 3 outputs. So yeah, you can use OR gates or NOT gates interchangeably. The only difference is that OR gates have 3 inputs, whereas NOT gates have just 1 and 3 outputs. Then we have AND gate, which is quite the opposite of OR. In this case, we need to have all 3 inputs on for the output to be on. And again, NAND gate is AND knotted, which is again, if all 3 inputs are on, output is off. All 3 have to be on. Then we have XOR gate, which is basically exclusive OR, which means if one input is on, then the output is on. But if another output is on, then the output is off. So if two inputs are on, output is off. If no input is on, output is off. But if just one input is on, output is also on. Sorry, I didn't know if I said output or input. XNOR gate is again XOR gate but knotted. I hope I don't have to go into any more detail here. And here we have a buffer gate. Basically a gate with 3 inputs. If one input is on, 3 outputs. Sorry, one input and 3 outputs. If one input is on, 3 outputs are off, but you can't go the other way. It's basically like a diode. Next is multiplexer. Okay, I think I'll probably skip that one because I'm not sure how multiplexers work. I'll create another part with advanced gates where the gates I didn't cover will be covered. So now we have pulse former. Pulse former is basically what in vanilla Minecraft you call a pulse limiter. Basically it creates just a one-tick pulse from a continuous signal. Again, sorry. Now we have a randomizer. This randomizer in particular is a randomizer where all 3 inputs can be on. Basically, yeah, you just seen that there are some times where all 3 inputs are on. Sometimes you don't want to have to do that, so you use a different type of randomizer. If I manage to find it, yeah, it is decoding randomizer, which has only 1 input on at all times. You can see. So this would be the randomizers. Well, the randomizers concerning simple wiring, at least. Repeaters similar to Minecraft repeater, though this one has different values. You start with 1 tick delay, then you go to 2 ticks, 4 ticks, 8 ticks, 16 ticks, 32 ticks, 64 ticks I believe, and then 128 ticks and then 256 ticks is the maximum, I believe. RS latch again advanced. Oh, actually, this one is I will go on to. Basically, a toggle latch, where a memory latch, you could say, actually, where this could be just, you know, unused output, and this would be the input. Oh, sorry, this would be unused, and this would be the output. As you can see, it just remembers the state of the site that is flicked on the latest. Now we have a toggle latch, which basically you can use it as a lever. It has two outputs, one on this side, one on this side, one on the other. The redstone signal, I believe, can pass through. Oh, it cannot, sorry. Yeah, so the redstone signal can go from the other two sides. When it comes in, the latch gets switched, no matter which side you're flicking. Transparent latch again, but we'll leave that for later. We have lights. Now we have two sensors, light sensor and rain sensor. Light sensor gets triggered when it's day, and rain sensor when it's rainy. So let's see. Yeah, I'm on redstone ready, so it doesn't rain. Next is the timer. Basically, when the timer is not powered from the back or sides, which are also its outputs, it's cycling through a certain interval which is settable, as you can see. Now, for example, it will take 12 seconds for the timer for this arrow to reach that diode here, which would output a redstone signal through all three of these sides. Next is sequencer, which is pretty similar to the timer, but instead it can't be stopped, and you control interval between basically the least possible interval is 200 milliseconds between each, and so okay, I'm gonna increase it to 1 second. Basically each output is on for 1 second and then loops to the next output infinitely. Similar to timer, different. Next up is a counter. You set a maximum increment decrement. Basically one side is increment, the other side is decrement, as you can see on the plus and minus. And when I get to the max, I turn this output on. When I get to min, I get the other output on, which was on in the first place actually. Next up is the state cell. Okay, so again moving to the advanced gates and cells. Next up, synchronizer. Basically what synchronizer does, it synchronizes pulses from two sides, and also it limits long-term or continuous signals to just one tick pulse. Also, it has a backside. Okay, sorry, bug. It has a backside that resets those redstone chips you see there. So if I turn on this one and turn the backside on, as you can see, it's reset again. The same goes for the other one. So that's synchronizer. Bus transceiver. I'll leave bus-based items for later, sorry, I'll be moving them for like the end of this. Now we have array cells, as I call them. We have again multiple gates, null cell, invert cell, okay, and cell, buffer cell. Basic purpose of a null cell is to have two signals crossing over through one block. The invert cell is basically taking the signal from the bottom and inverting it and putting it to top. And cell is then taking the signal from an input, bottom input, and top input. And if both are on, this is the end cell. If both are on, the output, bottom output, is also on. And then we have a buffer cell, which basically sends the bottom signal up, as you can see. But the top signal doesn't get sent down to the bottom. So this would be the array cells. You may see actually why I call them array cells. Next up is comparator. Well, there's nothing much to explain here. It's basically the same as Minecraft. It's called comparator. Just the red power is equivalent to it. Oh, sorry, Project Reds. Stacking ledge again. Advanced gates. So now we're taking the bus type of things. We have bus input panel, which is basically something you might want to use when working with buses. Okay. When working with those buses or well, one-bit cables. Basically, it's a way to affect each color's on-off state within a single block. I made some weird output writing through that. Basically now if like those get turned off, I believe. Yeah, those get turned off, it's remembered until this one gets turned off. Basically, you see this little gray line here, and it's basically looped. So if you send a signal to this, and this is on, the signal gets passed, signal passes through while displaying on the little display here, which you've just seen in action. And attempts to access this, so it would theoretically go and loop, but it can't because this one is still turned on, but also goes this way. Now if you send the signal from this way, if this one were to be on and this one were to be off, it would come to the bus input panel, which doesn't show which wires inside the bundled cable are on. Next up, 7 segment signal display gate. Basically a way of converting bundled cable signals into... I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'll just display 88 actually. Yeah. So this is a way of using bundled cables to display values through 7 through to 8 signal display. Sorry. Next up is bus converter. Basically what this does, it either converts signal from the bus into an analog signal, or in another mode converts analog signal into the bus signal. There is basically no difference between 0 and 1, only the fact that when the signal from the analog is on, those two outputs on the sides are also on, but if there is no signal they are off, and white is always on. Then we have bus randomizer. And further down the side you'll see a light flashing through. It turns on one wire in the bus one at a time, and if I take a bundled cable, and this will be totally bad idea and I don't think it will do anything, but let's try it. Loop it back. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. It would do that. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, now I'm... No, I don't. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's to prevent some bug from happening, I believe. But basically, if I were to hook up the signal display here, and on the other side, bus input panel. Okay. I can limit which outputs can be turned on. And it will never get into the outputs that are not turned on through this side. So that's the bus randomizer, I believe, a last thing. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to click that like button over there. If you have a critique over it, feel free to click that dislike button over there. But don't forget to leave a comment down below if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys later.